A young biology student named Siobhan was immersed in her research on deep-sea ecosystems. The others are attending an office party. The professor went to where she was and asked her to join them.
I don't do joining in. But this is important, Professor.
And your doctorate isn't. No, off you go. Get your hands dirty. Make a few friends.
She then takes her suitcase and joins a fishing trawler for a week-long expedition. She is going to do research during this journey. The crew included 6 people: the ship's captain, Gerard, his wife, Freya, an engineer named Omid, and several others, all preparing for departure. As final checks were underway, Omid and the other engineers inspected the engine.
Good to go?
Yeah, just checked over his work.
You get your last share on top of this share. You have my word.
Skip, I have the baby coming.
I know. I'll make it up to you.
After setting everything up, the voyage began. Gerard, looking at Siobhan, tells his wife, Freya, he is worried about her being a redhead because they bring bad luck. Freya tells him that they have already spent her fees, so there is no going back now. Out on the boat deck, Siobhan is having the same conversation.
Does the skipper know about this?
I think the color of my hair is bad luck.
Oh, there's 2 schools of thought on that.
Oh, I know, but maybe just...
The cramped ship only had 4 beds, so sleeping arrangements had to be split into 3 rotating groups, each person getting just 2 hours of rest at a time. Siobhan was uneasy, worried the lack of sleep might make them sick.
Sleep loss affects cognition.
Talk to me.
You get emotional outbursts.
Sea fever. Happens.
Siobhan goes to the engine room and sees the word done there. She thought it was brilliant and asked the man who designed it why he wouldn't get a better job. He tells her he is waiting for the right opportunity. She then goes upstairs and settles to work. Shara looks at her and asks if she is cold, pointing out the beanie that Siobhan is wearing. Siobhan shows her that she is hiding her red hair. Shara gets shocked but tells her to take the beanie off and they will get used to it. That night, the group invited Siobhan to join them for dinner, but she refused and went back to sleep. Siobhan was then immersed in her studies, working day and night. One night, although Siobhan lay down to rest, she couldn't sleep. She climbed to the ship's upper deck for some air and found Freya there, gazing out at the sea.
She was so sad about losing her lover, Oisin. She gave herself to the sea. That's her hair lights up the sea.
Morning came, and the crew saw that a group of whales had surrounded the boat. They excitedly gathered to see it, but Siobhan thinks it is an odd behavior for creatures known to avoid ships. Confusion spread among the crew as they realized even more whales were nearby, just a mile out. Then their canoe got snagged on something underwater. Omid rushed to the engine room and found strands of strange blue and green material tangled below.
Tell me you know what that is.
Siobhan examined the sample while Freya checked their coordinates and confirmed what she feared. They were now deep within the forbidden exclusion zone. That explained the whale sightings. In the engine room, they see something that is moving. Siobhan tells them that it could be a species of barnacle. The captain, uneasy, asked Siobhan to dive and investigate what they'd hooked. She was the only one with diving gear.
It's a gutting knife.
Just do your best.
Once submerged, she saw something unnatural, glowing tentacles attached to their boat. She goes to them to cut it out. One of them lashed out and struck her. Rattled but unharmed, she quickly resurfaced and told the others she will never go back. There is something luminous and monstrous lurking below.
It's one animal.
Connected to what?
Like tendrils, like a lot of tendrils.
A squid. Bet you it's some kind of squid.
But if it's a squid, it's bigger. It's bigger than anything on record. It's.
Gerard identified it as a giant, octopus-like being, and he wanted to capture it. He threw in a large net, determined to trap it. But as they struggled, the creature's sheer weight proved overwhelming. During the chaos, one of the crew members got his hand caught in the rope mechanism. The injury was serious, and Siobhan noticed traces of the same strange substance near his blood. As unease grew, Siobhan spotted a ship in the distance. They were now stranded deep in the exclusion zone. With the radio out, there was no way to call for help, so this is their viable option. But Gerard hesitates, saying they would have to share their profits if they board that ship.
It's a bad idea. Let's just wait for the Coast Guard.
Come on.
I'll go.
I'll go as well.
No.
Using their small boat, they approached the vessel, intending to borrow its radio or rations. But once aboard, the situation turned grim. The ship was abandoned. The radio was dead. In the lower deck, they discovered several corpses.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Say nothing about this.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Back on their own ship, they found the glowing creature had vanished. Still shaken, they pressed deeper into the restricted waters. In the engine room, Siobhan wonders why the creature decides to let go of the boat because a creature just doesn't catch something only to let it go. Gerard, desperate for money, told Freya to cast the fishing nets. She objected, fearing the creature might still be near and could attack again, but he insisted. Without a large catch, they'd lose both their home and their boat. The exclusion zone, rarely visited, likely held valuable schools of fish.
Yes!
We're on a roll.
Later that night, Siobhan and her companion Johnny had a quiet conversation. Seeing that she is tense, he tells her to calm down. He suggests she take a break and rest. She asked what she should do if she is not working. Then they got close to kiss, but they were interrupted.
Hey guys.
Oh, bollocks.
Sorry, Pop.
Put your head, man.
And Johnny, your auntie said you're on kitchen duty tonight.
Afterward, Johnny began behaving oddly. He wandered toward the sea, seemingly drawn to it. The crew stopped him just in time. Siobhan asked to examine his injured hand, but he refused. Suddenly, he winced. His eyes were in pain. She noticed something strange in them, yet when the captain looked, he found nothing unusual. It was dismissed as stress or a trick of the light. Meanwhile, another engineer, Sudi, went to the lab for a shower. Johnny, growing more disturbed, tried washing his own eyes, but things spiraled. His vision blurred. Then, horrifically, his eyes ruptured.
Take it easy. Let me see. Let me see.
I can't see.
Siobhan realized the strange organism was a parasite, likely absorbed through the water supply. They remembered Sudi was still in the shower. They raced to stop him, but he shrugged off their warnings, thinking it was a joke. Then the water stopped running, and the parasite struck. Sudi was left badly wounded.
Open the door! Open the door right now! It's okay.
Later, while checking the filters, the crew found clear evidence of contamination. They are shocked by the discovery. The parasites had infiltrated and damaged all the filtration systems. Siobhan and Omid go to the tank and notice that the fishes they caught earlier are larvae. Later, the group discusses what to do about them.
We've no pump.
Exactly, and we need a fresh water.
We'll buy it.
All right. We're all grieving.
They'll be dead in the next few hours.
Did Johnny get bitten like this?
No, he didn't.
It was a prayer for Johnny at dawn.
By dawn, they held a prayer for Johnny, but the calm didn't last. Siobhan spotted the parasite again on board. She took a sample and examined it under a microscope, confirming it wasn't just a parasite, but a bacterial organism that had started laying eggs. Now they all are vulnerable to getting infected.
And when it latched onto us, it produced a progenerative substance.
The slime got into Johnny's blood, and there were eggs in the slime.
We're all vulnerable to get infected, just like Johnny.
When their effort to kill the eggs with UV failed, Siobhan proposed using an electrical charge around the ship to neutralize the parasite. Freya, who owned the vessel, opposed the plan, afraid it would destroy the engine and cause major damage.
What about the motors? The engine? And what about the risk of fire? You can't risk my boat.
It's a risk either way.
Meanwhile, Sudi's health worsened. Their attempt to kill the eggs with electric charge also worked. Siobhan also requested the ship be stopped entirely, warning that any movement toward the shore might unleash the contagion on others. Freya, still prioritizing escape, refused.
Freya, if any of us is infected,
Then we'll be better off in hospital.
and one of us is a carrier, then those things will spread really fast.
Sudi is my responsibility.
Have you seen him? He needs help now.
Ciara, overwhelmed by grief, began to cry over Sudi. Soon after, he died from the infection. A second prayer was held, and Siobhan again urged the crew not to dock. She insisted they isolate themselves.
We need to quarantine ourselves now.
Maybe you've no life, but we have responsibilities.
But you don't understand.
They cannot hear me! Ah!
Left with no choice, Siobhan sabotaged the ship's propeller by tying it with a rope, disabling the engine. The crew was furious. Ciara struck her in anger. But eventually, Ciara goes to Siobhan and asks her to test all of them.
don't see anything.
Want me to do you?
Okay. My turn.
I don't see anything.
Realizing he is infected, the captain confessed. He was the one who changed course and took them to the exclusion zone, and he had lied about it. The Coast Guard doesn't know where they are now. His confession enraged the others. Kiara yells at him, furious at the betrayal. As they headed to the ship's upper deck, Kiara tried to comfort Siobhan, but Siobhan noticed something then. The woman was also infected. Later, as Siobhan is climbing up the ladder, Kiara pulls her down. The captain also succumbed soon after, leaving Freya to make a decision on her own. Determined, she took a rowboat and prepared to leave. Omid warned her that surviving alone would be too dangerous, but Freya ignored the warning and sailed off alone. With only Siobhan and Omid left aboard, they shifted their focus to eliminating the parasite. Their plan was to destroy the infestation by heating the ship's water tank, where the contamination had likely spread. Realizing they were sinking, they lit a fire on board to signal for help and escaped in a small boat. Dressed in protective gear, they jump into the boat. As they were going down the ladder, Omid fell into the water. He couldn't swim. Siobhan jumped in to save him. Then they notice a ship approaching. They excitedly hug each other, but then Siobhan notices that she is bitten and probably infected. Omid tells her she might be immune, and they both are going home, but knew what that meant. In silence and resolve, she slipped back into the sea. Her sacrifice bought Omid a chance to survive. Alone now, he signals the ship that is approaching them, hoping they will reach him in time.